Well, surprisingly, the weather is dry, but it is a bit cold. So let's take this Scrambler 400X out for a quick spin and talk about what bikes from a CC perspective have sold best over 2024. There she is. I'm going to plug in the heater and just turn it on to medium. Oh, here we go. Hey guys, just interrupting this video to tell you that I have in stock the perfect Christmas present for your lady friend. I have some in stock, the Triumph Page leather jacket, which has a liner and everything like that. I'm going to put some photographs up now of that particular jacket. And if you're interested, I've got a few left. I've sold loads of them. I bought a massive stock a few months ago, and I've sold them on eBay and blah, 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 blah. I have a few more left. I have a couple in medium size and a few in large size. If you are interested in buying these will be £140, which includes postage and packaging tracked and things like that. It's only for the UK. Please, it's only for the UK. So they are £140. I'm happy to send them to your home address. The money that's received from this goes back into the channel. Yes? So this is what's funding up the laptops, the cameras and things like that. So it's only a little money that we make. If you're interested, you can reach me at richard.bamforth@gmail.com, and then you can pay through PayPal or however you want to pay, and we'll take it from there. If you're interested, reach out to me and we'll take it from there. Send me an email, richard.bamforth@gmail.com, and we can take it from there. Back to the video. So, some of you will notice that there is a little red marker on the instrument panel, and that is associated to the immobilization system, of which I appear to have an error. I'll end up going to the Triumph Centre and getting that fixed over at Staffordshire Triumph, so don't worry about it. That relates to the immobilizer system. So, I was watching some information the other day on YouTube, and it was giving the stats associated to percentage drop or rise from a CC perspective in the UK of 2024. Now, all CCs have dropped maybe 10% or even more, except for the category 125 to 500 cc, which has risen by 20% compared to 2023. So everybody's buying these small to mid-size engines, which is really interesting. Let's see if I can get past. Yes, I can. Wow. There's some really big trucks around here. Look at this. Wow. So this is the village of Eccleshaw in Staffordshire. Beautiful place to live. Lovely people. Nice and clean. It's a very nice place. Let me put my visor down. Here we go. So what we've got is the majority of the market for 2024 appears to be in 125cc engines through to 500cc, of which the Triumph Scrambler 400X falls into that category, as does the Gorilla 450, as does the Himalayan 450, and the 411 Scrambler from Royal Enfield. Things like that. So it's really interesting that most of the sales are of this CC. And I can understand why, to tell you the truth, because at the moment there is a real price war between the major manufacturers, including Triumph, to capture that marketplace. And really, from a buyer's perspective, you're getting what is, in effect, really good value for money. I was having a look the other day at the price of a Yamaha 125, and that was something like £4,800, and that was brand new. And for another £1,000, or maybe even less, you get the Scrambler 400X. For even less money, an extra £400, you get the Speed 400 from Triumph. If you're thinking about buying those bikes, give Staffordshire Triumph a ring and they'll do you a great deal if you mention the word bankrupt. Yeah? They will look after you. I'll not try to advertise that too much in this video, but do bear it in mind. Use the word bankrupts and the guys at Staffordshire Triumph will look after you. And I've got to admit, the Triumph Scrambler 400 is great. Now, as you probably already know if you follow the channel, I also have a Triumph Bonneville T120. But as the winter starts coming in and the salt starts getting to be laid on the roads, the T120 will soon be going into hibernation for a few months. Which also brings me on to another subject. I will be sawing the bike for a few months before the vehicle excise duty in the UK rises in April 2025. Now we've gone past the autumn budget from the new Labour government, and let's face it, it wasn't such a bad budget, so there's no major shocks or scares. Yeah, so now you can get out of your worry place and go and buy a bike. And remember, winter is the best time to buy a bike, and you might want to go and get a Scrambler 400X. So I think we know that the most of the buying public are, maybe 40 years old or over, and some of them are going for that category of 125 to 500cc. And I don't blame them, because this particular bike and other bikes from other manufacturers have similar power output. I mean, this bike is 400cc, it does 80 miles per gallon, it produces 40 horsepower with a similar newton meters of torque, and it's great fun, and relatively it's not so expensive. So I can understand why this category of motorcycles, or 125 to 500cc,
are growing. And let's face it, 90% of people that ride motorcycles in the UK, or 80%, let's use the 80 or 20 rule. 80% of people that ride motorcycles in the UK use them as toys. And, you can get this on hire purchase, because then you're going to own it at the end. I think PCP is okay. It is cheaper to get the bike on PCP, but you won't own it at the end of the period. But if you get hire purchase, then you're going to own it at the end of the period, be it 36 months or 48 months or whatever it is. You will own it. Let's go this way. No traffic. So for a relatively low monthly payment, after a period of time, you can own this bike outright. And the vehicle excise duty is relatively cheap. And for someone that's like 45 years of age, for this kind of category bike, the insurance won't be too expensive. I'm assuming that you've got some no claims discount and things like that. But it won't be too expensive if you're a brand new rider. And if you are a brand new rider and have just passed your direct access in the UK, where you're able to ride any machine, this is a great starter. Absolute wonderful starter. As I assume the Gorilla 450 will be as well. So I'm looking at this from a broad perspective in a CC world. And then you've got, the things like the Royal Enfield 350s. You've got the Classic, you've got the Hunter, etc., etc. with 26 horsepower or thereabouts. And, they're even cheaper. They're what, £3,400 new? Not sure, 3,500 to £4,000. So it's a great time to get away from a 125cc and have enough power to go on the motorways and go wherever you wish. I'm still thinking about taking this 400 over into Europe. Ooh. The brakes are good on this. Swinnerton. But yeah, so this is really interesting information. So just to summarise, the 125cc through to 500cc has been the only category of bikes that have increased some 20% since 2023. Interesting times. So, thinking a bit more differently on that, there'll be a lot of people that have bought these 400cc bikes, or 450cc bikes, or 350, and maybe they'll be coming on the second-hand market next year. And because the volumes are so high in the sales of 2024, maybe the prices second-hand will be really, really competitive. I'm assuming. Or maybe these people have bought them as long-term keepers. And why not? And why not? Interesting stuff. Hope you found this interesting. Hope it's filled in a few minutes of your day. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe. I've got something like 97% of people that watch the videos that aren't subscribed. And it really does help the channel. Don't forget to like, and don't forget to comment on what your thoughts are. Have you just gone and bought in 2024? Have you gone and bought a 400cc, 350, maybe 450? What's your intentions? Are you going to keep it a long time? Are you tired of the marketplace? Is it going to be a winter hike? Tell me what you're doing with it. Are you thinking about buying a bike on the understanding, as I always say, that the best time to buy a bike is in the winter time, right now? And what CC are you thinking about buying? Or did you buy one this year and you want to sell it? Or are you shifting CC? Tell me in the comments. Ride safely. Be kind to everyone. And eat healthily. I'll see you very, very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.